Alright, this is Subnautica 2. This is my base. This is a model of the Leviathan that is currently resides right over there. These some posters that I scanned, which look really cool. These lights that I put up here. It's a shelf that I scanned, another one of the lights, my bed. Here's a cool clock that you have, lets you know what time of day it is, roughly. Our keep composter, that's classic for this game. I have two sea moths, that's the fast one. That's the storage one. The cool thing about these is, well, it does have mods on it. It has all 4 mods, the cavitation mod, and the run quiet, the photo cell, so you can charge it in the sunlight. You could also, once you get in it, you can literally detach the wings on the side. You see them disappear. It's still quiet and everything. It just is not as fast. I personally don't believe, and you can redock with it just by driving up to it. It kind of goes on its own. This is the outside of my base. Put some lights on it. I have a garden up top to grow things. Those little lights. I have to put more on here. Here's the, I think it's a radio beacon. Solar panels. Some more solar panels. These are, I have to get out of this thing. It's just too fast to zip around here. These are auto item generators. Right now I have the Acmite stuff in it to auto regen should I choose. But this is my garden. You need all these resources for various things, which is why I'm growing what I'm growing. And the garden that I learned to scan the garden over here, which is the, I guess it's called the original base, which has a garden that you can't grow things in. But you can scan it to build it on yours, just like everything that you build in this game, you have to scan it basically. Other than the basics, let me go in and make sure that I have some feed.
Welcome aboard.
These are the bioreactors. You can put various items in here for energy. This one currently doesn't have much, so we're gonna add. It helps generate power. There's also those little generators right there in that vortex. That's like a water vortex, and then you put to help charge your base. Put power transmitters up and transmit power from those into your base. There's one right here. You can see that there's a blue line, but it's connected to these, which are connected to this one, which I'm not sure why it's not showing. Because I do have, these are the wrist propulsion deals. I do have a thermal plant down here, I believe. You can pick resources, some of them look like this. Some you have to use the hammer. Some you have to use this deal. The bigger nodes that you get to. The fish sound mad cool. And I'm gonna get back into my sub. Show you the photo cell charging. So my energy is at 99. If I go near the surface where the sun is with the charging mod on, it'll go back up to 100. There it goes. How you repair it is you have a repair tool that you scan and you just hit it. Now it's back up to 100. But I'm going to show you where my base originally, where you start off in the game. Which the Leviathan will be over here, but if you stay at the top, or near the top, it doesn't really mess with you too much. but he is down there. You'll hear him in a minute. And he's a grumpy boy. He doesn't really like company too much. There it is. Wall has common. That's why I stay on the top. He'll follow behind you, but it's hard for him to grab you. And he is sending out that pulse wave deal, which, wow, it's not great. Let's put it that way. Yeah, I'm going back up because he's like right behind me. Okay, we didn't take too much damage. There's a thermal zone over here. You can put map markers on for different things that will highlight areas. Take that for feed.
Captain.
These guys too. Put my wrist rockets on. These are water slugs. You can make water out of them, obviously. There's different resources usually in these shells. I like the fact that you can put markers on to show where your sub is, because without it, even with the extra oxygen tank that I have and the super swim fins, you can run out of air. You can't find it on the map. So you can set your markers by going to select and signals. Like you have a choice of what you can put a marker on to actively track them, which I think is awesome. This game is still in early development, meaning that it's limited as to how much of it you can actually play, and I've pretty much completed all of it off the rip. It took me, I don't know, probably about a week of messing around. These are hammerfish, which will plow into you, but you can take this and they don't really like it too much. Otherwise they'll pound into you and or your sub, doing damage to both. This is a starting area. You can see... Oh, he's still mad. You can see that the alien base, that's where my base is now. You can see where that is. It's quite a ways away, like 1,000 meters or so. Oh yeah, I was going to show you the cannon. For these type of resources, you can't use the hammer. It won't do you any good. You can hit it all you want. You have to use this. And it like auto picks them up for you. There is a storage compartment on this. It doesn't have as much storage as the other one that I have. The cargo one. But the cargo one is mad slow, so you don't want to try to be going past the Leviathan with it, where you may not survive. You may not survive the experience, let's just put it that way. I have one sub that's locked in over there by another Leviathan. Where do you go? I need one of you guys. Feed. These things are fast. You have to scan all these to unlock traits that you can unlock in your biolab. This is my old base.
Welcome aboard.
Even though it still has power because of the solar panels, it doesn't have any bioreactors, as you can see. What was in this? That's just got scrap in it, alright. We are gonna drop it. I don't really need it. And I don't think... Wow, there is still a bunch of stuff over here that I didn't realize I had. I still have a bunch of resources here. Just in case I want to come back and hang out over here, I keep resources. Gold is a good one to have. Copper. A weird name for resources in this game, but... I might take some of this sulfur. I have plenty of silver. What is the red one? No, not that one. creature enamel. I'm gonna take some of those. Let me drink some Malta. Just go to your menu. And you hit A to consume, which is X on PS5 controller. But for some reason it's geared towards Xbox controller, which is fine. I have a conversion listed on my desk. And this is essentially where you start out. You can see that I have power to these. These are bubbles that these guys down here make that you can breathe. They produce so many every few seconds, but this is how in the beginning game you can dive further without running out of oxygen. You can see my oxygen meter to the left, my health, my food, my water. So it's easy to keep track of. This is, I think I have these hooked to, can I not have wind generators? Or yeah, see I have the generators over here in this current to power the base, as well as the solar panels. You just generally want more power coming in than you use, so you can power up all the devices in your base. This is like what you land in and what you start off with. You got this thing, this fabricator, that I mean my phone. And this is the little robot, gives you information, but it only lasts for just so long. These are the pods that you can set yourself to be respawned at. I have mine as my home base. But I could set it for over here. If I was over here and I were to die, I would respawn up there. I think I still have one in here. Not quite sure.
Welcome aboard.
There's my battery charger for over here. Different storage. I have a lot of stuff over here. Holy moly. Fabricator. Do I have one over here? I might have taken it. What? No, I don't have one. I think it was on this wall when I took it. This was just like a basic have room. This is where my sub pen initially was in this base, so I could have the first sea moth when I first built it. So that's kind of a basic rundown of what, where, and how in the game. You catch all the fish, like there's different bases over here that you start off and scan things in. You catch fish and you use the fabricator to either make them water or food. And other resources you collect, you convert into resources that you can use to craft with. I'm not sure that this one's powered. No, it absolutely is not, but there was a bunch of stuff that I scanned in here, like that, the battery charger, and those kind of things. I scanned this, the biolab. You have to just go around when you have your scanner out. You can scan things that you haven't learned, and then you'll be able to craft them, which is really helpful. I've played the other ones, Subnautica Below Zero, the original Subnautica. I've played pretty much all of them, so I kind of have a good understanding of how things work over here. Where did I leave this? Where's my... Did I leave it over here? I don't think I can catch these. My inventory's not full.
30 seconds.
See, 30 seconds of air. Even though I have
Welcome aboard, Captain.
the here we go, the rebreather, the high capacity tank, and the improved fins, you still only can last so long out of a sub or away from oxygen supply. But where was my adaptations? I have 4 of the 6, but I don't really think it shows. Well, I guess it does in blueprints. It shows different things that you can create, what materials you need to make them. So it's a matter of resource gathering, which is kind of cool because it breaks up the game from just scanning things and trying to survive to... Oh yeah, this thing is cool. This is where you learn some skills from. It teaches you, it speaks to you. I think this one still will. Maybe. No, it doesn't have to. I just should set it off.
Captain.
So now I'm gonna head back to my base. See if you get in these currents. If I don't push forward, it'll shove me back. So you go with the flow. Ow, dude. Really? That's how we're gonna be about it? Some of this. I like that. Get some of that action, right?
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Oh, I gotta repair this too. Just get out of it if you want to repair it and hit it with the tool. Watch the blue bar. Bing. We're golden. Sometimes lights off is better with this in this game. But as I said, going past the Leviathans, typically you want to stay high up in the water, because if you're down low, even as fast as this sub goes, once it sticks its arms out like an octopus and grabs you, it's gonna crunch your sub. Like, that's just gonna happen. There's no getting around it. So I stay up here. I learned this little trick coming here initially. You do not want to get grabbed by a Leviathan. If you're in this and you have the armor module and the whole 9 yards, it might survive, but if you get out of it and he grabs you, you're toast. I mean, you could use a bunch of health packs, but he's just going to keep hitting you until you're toast. See, I'm going through a hot zone right now. That's what the indicator at the top of the screen. And you can hear him in the background. He's grumpy. Doesn't like you being near him at all. And one of the upgrades, for the bio upgrades, I have to scan him. And I've tried it like a dozen times. But every time I get near him, even out of the sub, just swimming, he turns around and grabs me and eats me. And then I have to go get my loot in a sub. So we stay away from this. This is an alien base, which is kind of cool because it had one of the finished missions in it. Is this the doorway? It's down here somewhere. There's a doorway you go in. No, that's open. Turn some lights on for that. I think it's on the other side. I have the enhanced battery in this CMOS so that it doesn't drain so fast in the photo cell, so it charges in the daylight, which is huge. Where was the door on this? Is it still open? I know this was it. It's hard to see things at night in this game. Light on, light off. I know it's around here somewhere. This was a cool little deal. I didn't interact with this. This is alien technology. You had to activate it, match the symbols, which was part of the mission to finish that part of the game, to unlock and get into the base. And I believe this is... Yeah, the power plant. That's what this is. No, this is not the power plant. There's that door. Now I'm curious. Oh yeah, if you watch the video and you like the content, like, share, and subscribe, please. I always forget to say that, but I'm new to making YouTube videos, so you have to forgive me. But yeah. Do you have any questions or comments? Is this the door? Yeah, here we go. See, that's why I didn't find it before. Just leave comments down below. Videos or games that you'd like me to try to play or see me stream. And there's a doorway that opens up here. No, it's in here. I had to activate this as part of the final game. This thing's kind of cool. I had to scan it, and then there's... Is this the door? No, that is not the door. Oh, this is not good. Did I go out? Yeah, I did. In here, there's oxygen, which is really weird. Once you turn the power plant on, there's oxygen. You could read all these symbols and what they mean. They all tell you something. If I get close enough, see, it tells you. So it's based on alien technology, and every one of these, right, will tell you different information. So it's kind of like a backstory thing. I believe I've already scanned this. I've already scanned this. But I thought it was really cool. It was different than the original Subnautica. It was different than Below Zero. I enjoyed playing it as much as it is developed at this point currently. I look forward to the rest of the game coming out. I always get lost. I don't know where the door is. Ah, there it is. I wish they had lights on the door, but they don't. I had to activate this, the Axiom door, and that was a voice recording. Those were some scannable items. This also will tell you different things about the alien tech that's out there. These things are harmless. I don't even know what they're called. Let's see what that said. But they're cool. I mean, you can't eat them and they don't hit you, so... Oh, also there's these deals that I didn't know were in this game until I accidentally went through one. And when you go through it, it's alien technology, it does this. Zooms you forward, which is cool. I think it's really cool. I didn't know it was a feature until I accidentally hit one. And then, well, I knew it was a feature. Yep, there's resources all around here. That's the other tadpole I have that's been absconded by another Leviathan that's over in this area. Yeah, the angel combs. That's what those things are, the big blue things. And I had to go to one over here. And I made the mistake of going the wrong way. And my tadpole got absconded by a Leviathan guardian that's over here. And this is part of the power plant. This whole thing is so cool. This alien technology is massively cool. Here's an area where I scanned some things, learned some different stuff. Oh, there was a voice recording. Those things are a real pain in the butt. And I got some that's sucking the battery out of it. Hey, look down. Yeah, they hurt. He's not too impressed with me right now. Ooh, 62. He put some damage on me. I think I got a repair tool. Not want to let them damage your ship. This is the power plant, the alien power plant that I powered back up. Which was pretty intense, I'm not gonna lie. I like that part of it. And now it's all lit up and bright, whereas before it wasn't lit up. was just here, kind of. And there are towers around that I had to go to that you could go inside of. I'm trying to stay away from that other Guardian Leviathan that's over here, but where are those towers? They're like connected to it. They're bastions. They're connected to it, and you go in it and activate switches, push various knobs.
Seek fresh water intake.
Ooh, apparently, I'll need water. Don't have any. So let's get out and see if I have any in my storage. Usually I bring some because, well, yeah, that's the back, that's the engine, propulsion engine. Oh, and I do. We just hit select, down, and A, which is X on this PlayStation controller. And now we are not dehydrated. Did I bring any food? What the heck, why not? Oh, not another one of those dudes. They're so annoying. I do have a shock bio upgrade that I could shock him with. But where he's electrical, I really don't think it has a profound effect on him too much. Is this one of the deals up here? No, I don't think it is. But at any rate, that's my base, pretty much, in a nutshell. This is the alien power plant. And I think if I get out, I can... Ouch. Yeah, this will tell you different information as well. Why I gotta be like that, Homer? Ouch. Alright. There's different fish around that are not so pleasant to be around, which, I mean, it is what it is. I can cope with them. I have certain bio upgrades that allow me to... Where are they? Let's see. I don't think you can see them until you're back at your base. No, there they are. Pressure tolerance, digestion, axiom vision, heat tolerance, and there's active and passive that you have. Wow, he really put a whacking on my sub, for sure. Are my lights on? Yes. Why do they not toggle off? Oh, okay, they are. Just that it's so hard to see when you're down here. You can see on the screen it says lights on, lights off, lights on. It's just not giving me the audio feed. But yeah, that's a rough build of my base. When I came over here, I initially was just hanging out in this thing over here. This alien ruins research. Cool, they have science research outposts. That was another voice recording where you learn data from. But in here, it's not powered. But there are things to scan, like the chair. Let's see, what else was in here? I think there was a biolab. Oh, I think this room has... Yeah, this room has power, which is really weird. You could make it so that you could spawn here, which I did when I initially came here. I put it so that if I died, all the processor, fabricator, I found things in this room to scan. like this power cell charger, this poster. I kind of just work my way around, and this is the robot that I have at my base. Noah, he gave me information, scan the tables. There's different items. This is where I hung out because there were storage lockers and I could craft food. Then I upgraded, found all the resources, and put up all these generators. I have some thermal ones too somewhere here. Down in this. Yeah. Some of these zones are mad hot. See, I have thermal generators down there. I'll show them to you. There's one. And there's 3 more. 4 more. They go off of heat. So they generate electricity off of heat. So I have the heat and the water current ones and solar panels for my base. Because it's always better to have more power going in than you're using. So you can charge everything and keep everything rolling. It's easy to dock these too. They kind of auto dock, which makes things smooth. Turn my lights off. Take these off. And show you my storage. I have tons of stuff in storage. I'm a bit of a loot goblin when it comes to that. But in this game, it's always better to have things when you're building stuff and fabricating things than it is to have to go out and get everything, because it slows your game progression down and stops you from doing the cool things that you can do with this game. Take this water out. You can eat these, you can eat these. Put that in there. Yeah, this is my Noah that I crafted here. The bioreactors, which also give you power. You can see in the upper left hand side of my screen, it shows the blue is 207 is what I'm generating and 117 is what I'm using. This currently is out of fuel, so let's give it something. Put a water slug in there. You can see the power level here. That tells you how much power that will generate. Different items generate different amounts of energy. I don't often keep these fed. I mean, I could, but with the water and the water generators and the thermal generators, I really don't need to for the most part, even if I'm running everything in here. Even if this is your modification station, which allows you to build the sub-modules, which I have all of these. Strike armor, cavitation, photovoltaic, tech, whatever, charger. But anyways, I have that, so that is what it is. This is the biolab, which shows active and passive mods, as I was talking about before. These are the ones that I've unlocked and passive, so those are always on. The active ones you choose. Like I have the electric shock on. When I go out, you can see top of my screen under the 120. It shows that I have that when activated. Here's where you can craft special items that you need to craft other items. This is what my base originally started as, was just this section inside these 2 walls. I had more storage in here, but this is what I started with. Not much. When I initially built this base, then I added all this, the rest of this. Oh yeah, this is the other sub. It's Tadpole. Much slower. It still has the mods, but it's just much slower because it has the storage in the back. This has an immense amount of storage in here versus the other Tadpole, which is awesome for resource gathering. It also has, you could put 3 people on the outside and give them oxygen, and the driver, which would be me. So if you hang on to this, also my oxygen will stay supplied. And the upgrades, I have 3 upgrades in this. Depth module, engine efficiency, and the strike armor. I don't have cavitation. You could also attach storage to this on the sides of it, so it's huge for resource gathering. It's immensely the way to go. I didn't build this until after I got all the resources for it, but it's not as fast, but it's what you want to use when you're getting resources, so you can come back to your base with the big load of resources, stock up, build different things. Yes, it's slower, but it serves a utility purpose. And it auto docks, which I absolutely love. Alright, well that's the end of the video. Hopefully you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll have more videos about Subnautica 2. If there's anything you want to see, comment, let me know. You want me to show you the more dangerous zones, I'll show you those. I also have Crimson Desert that I play, Tomb Raider, the collectible series, and Ark Survival Ascended that I play. So if there's any games that you'd like to see me play, or anything in those games you'd like to see me do, feel free to let me know in the comment section below.